Okay, we'll call the Stark County Planning and Zoning Commission meeting to order. It's January 29, 2026. It's 3 p.m. And we have online is Commissioner Goldsmith's online. Anybody else online or? Okay. So then we have absent, then would be Sue Larson and then Brock White are absent, so. Okay. And our agenda, is there any changes to the agenda, Mr. Josephson, or?
Planning and Zoning Commissioner Steve Josephson, County Planner. No, there are no changes to the agenda. I will let you know, though, mark the date. More than likely, we will be having a meeting in February, and I believe that's what, the 26th. We've got some applications coming in. I'm anticipating 4 applications coming in.
Okay. I'll look for a motion to approve the agenda then.
Mr. President, so moved.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, motion carried. Next, we have our minutes from our last meeting, December 18, 2025. Is there any corrections to those?
Yes, sir. Under item number 4, there's 2 roll call votes listed. The last one should be stricken.
Yeah.
I was not present for that.
I caught that. We corrected it. We have the new minutes in front of us there. So you probably got online the old one yet, so.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I'll look for a motion then to approve.
Mr. Chairman, I'd move to approve the minutes.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second. All in favor, state aye.
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 Those opposed? Motion carried. First item on our agenda is the public hearing for MSP 01-2026 for Skyland Assets LLC is requesting approval of a minor subdivision plat of the Skyland second subdivision being the replat of lots 1 through 3, block 2 of Skyland subdivision for a 15.06 acre property located in the southeast quarter of the southwest quarter and government lot 4 of section 7, township 140 north, range 96 west in Stark County, North Dakota. You have somebody you're representing for that requester?
Yes, sir.
State your name for the record, please.
My name is Jason Kraft. I'm representative of Skyline Assets LLC.
Okay. And you just wanted to say what your plan was. I guess you're taking, I guess you got 3 lots and we're dividing them into 2, correct?
Yes, sir. We just, we already have a Skyline subdivision there, and I had some buyers approach me and wanted more acreage. They didn't want 10 acres. They would more like to just have 7.5. So we're just asking to take 3 of our lots there that are next to each other and divide that into 2 lots, 2 equal lots.
Okay. Commission have any questions for Mr. Kraft? Okay, thank you. Okay, and I'll open up the public hearing. Is there anybody who wants to speak for or against this request? Anybody from the public have any comment? Anybody from the public have any comment on this request for minor subdivision plat? Hearing none, I'm going to close the public hearing then. Mr. Joseph, your recommendations on this?
Yes, thank you, Commissioner Franchuk. Commissioner Steve Josephson, County Planner. As was stated, you have a request to replat 3 lots in the Skyline subdivision. And the result, it would go from 3 5-acre lots to 2 7.5-acre lots. The Skyline subdivision was originally approved back in 2023. And this just affects the 3 lots. I believe it's the 3 lots in the northwestern portion of the current subdivision. One of the things that we did clarify with the applicant, and we've got this in a condition in here, is that at the time of recordation, the applicant will re-record the restrictive covenants, and this is because when the Skyline subdivision was originally created, there were recorded subdivision covenants that would require the residents to take care of the internal roadway. And we didn't want to lose that, for the, by replatting a portion of the, lot of the subdivision. Staff recommends approval subject to that one condition, and also you should have the revised plat in front of you. There were some comments that were received from the consulting engineers, and the applicant did submit a revised subdivision map for that. And I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions for Mr. Josephson? Okay, hearing none, I'll look for a motion on this matter.
Mr. President,
Yes.
I move the Stark County Planning and Zoning Commission recommend approval of MSP 01-2026 as depicted in the application material.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second? I have a second. Any other discussion? If not, roll call vote, then Commissioner Nicholas,
Aye.
Commissioner Bear, Commissioner Freilich,
Aye.
Commissioner Claris,
Aye.
Commissioner Murphy,
Aye.
Commissioner Goldsmith.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carried. And this will go before our meeting on the 3rd next week, Tuesday, before the commission. Okay? Okay. Mr. Joseph, then we have anything on the planning items, or?
Yes, and I'll try to go over them very quickly. First of all, I am editing a new copy of the zoning ordinance, just dealing with some of the vagaries of MS Word to get that done, and we'll post that, and also I'll mail out hard copies of that to to the planning and zoning commissioners. So that'll include all the amendments that had been made over the last year. Then also, I just wanted to talk about some proposed zoning code amendments. Two that I'd like to consider a public hearing at the next meeting is, one of them is a change to the floodplain management ordinance. And this is because during the last legislative session, there were some changes. There were some changes to the Century Code as to what portions of the Century Code govern floodplain management. So this would just be changing those statutory references, and you should have that in front of you. The other thing is finally updating our commercial animal feeding operation standards. Apparently, when this was originally done back in 2012, the consultant who did this used a previous version of the model animal feeding ordinance. We just need to bring this up to date. This had been in front of Planning and Zoning Commission a few years ago until I got wind of the fact that the state was putting together a new model commercial animal feeding ordinance that it's not finished yet. So I just want to go ahead and make these changes to bring this into line with state regulations, and that's mostly about distance. It's mostly about distances. And I've been in touch with the Stockmen's Association, and they reviewed it and gave me just updated some of the language. So, I'd like to bring that to public hearing. And then some of the rest of these are some of them are minor. Some, just bringing some of the language in there into compliance and what's actually there. Like it refers in section 4 to an agricultural zoning district, and it's really agriculture. And then the flip on agricultural residential, it says agriculture residential. Those are just some minor glitch type things. Data centers, I was hoping to get a final of what the data center task force has been working on. Both City Planner Burchak and I have been part of that task force. As soon as it's ready, I'll just send it out before the next Planning and Zoning Commission. The task force spent a lot of time on sound, defining sound and sound studies and so on, and how to mitigate sound impacts from data centers. Also, still got in there about solar farms and then about battery energy storage systems. And just to let you know, there'll probably be another consultant who will want to make a presentation in front of the Planning and Zoning Commission. They want to do one near South Hart. Another thing in the commercial zoning district, we approved the agronomy center, the one that's just north of South Hart. And just for clarification, I wanted to include that as a permitted use. One of the things that got approved there was having storage of agricultural chemicals, fertilizer, and hydrous ammonia storage and distribution. Just to make that clear, there was a conditional use permit that was approved for anhydrous ammonia out there, and looking at the zoning ordinance, it's not really clear under conditional uses, so I just wanted to add that in for clarity. So those are the kinds of things that I'm looking at that I want to bring forward to the Planning and Zoning Commission this year and in the near future. And then some things in the subdivision ordinance. We did find out there was an inconsistency in terms of tree planting. In one part, if you can remember, we had the variance about tree planting late last year. In one section of it, I believe it's section 3, it says that trees aren't supposed to be planted within 125 feet of the center line of either a section line road or a county road. But in the subdivision portion, it says 100 feet. And I just want to change that to 125 feet so that that's consistent with what's in section 3 of the zoning ordinance. So I just wanted to go ahead. I think today I'd just like to get a consensus about holding a public hearing for both the change to the commercial animal feeding operation section and also the floodplain management ordinance sections.
Okay. And then some of these changes to our policies, you're going to bring that to next meeting, or?
Well, I'd like to hold a public hearing for those, just for those two, because they're fairly simple. So unless you want to have a work session, but the changes are there in front of you. So it just makes those two sections of the zoning ordinance consistent with state law.
Okay.
If you want to hold a work session, that's fine, but
No, I
I
just
don't
say
know
that
that we need to for those two. That's my recommendation, so.
Well, I just wondered if you wanted to approve some of these changes or clean up on there too on the next meeting, or?
Okay, well, we can do that. Yeah, we can hold a public hearing just for the cleanup ones. The glitch stuff, as I call it. So, yes, I can do that too. We can do that too. But we can wait on, like, the data center and the battery energy storage to actually have some standards that we can bring in front of the Planning and Zoning Commission for a workshop for discussion.
Okay. You can go ahead then with those public hearings then for our next meeting.
Right, so we will have a public hearing for the floodplain management, amendment of public hearing for the commercial animal feeding operations section, and then what I call a glitch, which is just cleaning up those typos and adding some things in just to make it consistent with uses that are actually out there.
Okay. Anything
Okay,
else?
thank you. No, I believe that is it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything from the board? If not, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So move to have a second.
Second.
Second, all in favor, state aye.
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 Those opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and Happy New Year, everybody.